Hello and welcome to Magical Marker. I'm sorry that we're late tonight. We had some glitches and we're trying to get some of our characters leveled up from between games. But Magical Marker is a game of Dungeons and Dragons and drawings. We're a bunch of cartoonists and illustrators who won't just be playing the game, but doodling what happens along the way. It's a PG-13 story of teens and tweens on their first big adventure on their own. Let's introduce our cast. Please introduce yourself, your character, and all about your character, or a little bit about your character anyways. Start with Priscilla.
I'm Priscilla. I play Espuriel, who is a half-elf bard, 17 years old, who's a bit of a coxswain.
And Boya.
Hello, I am Boya. I play a character named Bug, and he is a bugbear warlock. He's a 12-year-old orphan.
And he has a little box friend that follows him around everywhere.
Yep.
Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I play Zip. She is a drow fighter, and she's 16 years old.
And last, we have Matt, who is going to have a special announcement for us after he introduces his character.
Oh, sure. Hi, I'm Matt. I play Swell, who is a 15-year-old Waterganasi cleric of Sunda. And yeah, so I have a very special presentation to give you all. Yeah, I guess we'll be back with you in a moment. Enjoy. There we go.
Ta-da!
We have an animated intro now.
Thanks to Matt.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think any of us had anything else to do with it, except for actually Brian. You did some of the background stuff or tweaks, right?
I gave Matt a couple ideas of what the rest of the world looked like because you guys haven't been there yet, but Matt did all the work basically, except for one other person who's Matt should mention.
Oh, yeah. The musician for the intro is a friend of ours, Adam Sakiyama. He is a musician based in Toronto and wrote that intro music for us. I just said to him, it's kind of like Sunday morning cartoons, like Pokemon and X-Men and He-Man and all those sort of things. And he kind of ran with it. And yeah, that's it. That's what he came up with. And I was like, this is perfect. I couldn't have imagined anything better. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed that. It was really fun to put together, and yeah. Anyways, back to you, Brian.
Yeah. Thanks again, Matt. I'm Brian, your Dungeon Mancer. I'm currently running the party's NPC companion Sutran, a magically animated severed hand of a spellcaster from decades ago who is searching for her other hand so she can magic herself back a body. So, last session, you left Sister Sweettooth's gingerbread cottage and headed north. Along the way, you encountered an unusual slime monster with many mouths that hissed sweet at you. It was a long fight and quite dull for Espuriel, who sat down on a chair and magically mocked the monster while Zip and Swell took the brunt of the beating. After a short rest, you made your way to RumRumble, the port town on the edge of the large island of Sleeping Fire. You saw the snow fountain, Swell soaked in the sea, and then you inquired about a ship. The harbor master indicated that a regularly chartered boat would take about a month to arrive at RumRumble and drop you off at Brightpalm, the home of Britta Brushwand, where you guys want to go. But there were 3 boats available for chartering. You went to the Full Tumbler Tavern, and you drank and you ate and interviewed prospective captains. One was a glam rockin' elf named Aelrith Highfeather, whose boat was called Money because it was so fast. The next was a Glass Dominion human named Lairn, whose boat, the Ocean Rose, was the most fortified. And the third was a showy Aarakocra named Princess Thunderglitter, whose boat, the Pearl, was the most comfortable. Now you are finished your evening meal as the sun sets in RumRumble, as you consider how best to achieve your goal.
All right.
There is a house band playing. They've been playing all sorts of different music. Just, some of it is upbeat, some of it is downbeat. Nothing too raucous yet, as it's still sort of the dinner hour. They've introduced themselves as the Boogie Border Brothers. There's 2 elves and a dwarf.
So we should decide which boat we want to go on. I think the
Fastest
strong
one.
one. The strong one seems best.
No,
but
fastest one.
Fast.
fast? Oh, okay.
And if we are agreeing, then
Then it
This is
has
a
to be
momentous
the right
occasion.
decision.
What's the fast one called again?
Money.
Because money goes fast.
And the strong one, what's the strong called?
Who knows? Because nobody cares.
Ocean
it was
Rose.
the Ocean Rose.
Because it's beautiful like a rose, but also has the thorns to deal with the threats along the way.
The threats are the guns.
Yeah, the money's. I mean, fast sounds good. High risk, high reward.
And I guess if anything happens while we're out there, we can defend it.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
just tell your sea god to protect us, right?
He's not a sea god. He's a storm lord.
What's the difference?
Are they the same price?
Yes, everybody's the same price because of the the price for the dock. Like whoever your the harbor master sets the price basically, and so they had to offer you that rate. They could charge you more, but they couldn't charge you less.
Okay. And they each said 100 gold. And money was going to be 10 days. But the other captains had said give or take a couple of days. Usually give a couple of days. So I'm expecting to take about 12 days.
Oh, 12 days on the fast one?
Yeah. But it gets us there a bit quicker, which is good.
We were, however, going to look around the city to see if we could find some wizards and maybe get some of that sweet teleportation that we know Bug is after.
Or possibly talk to the Aerocopter messengers and see if they do, package delivery, the package being us as well.
I don't know if you can send children by mail.
People are not small enough, I'm sure you could.
Maybe we could all climb inside Boxy and just
Actually-
ship Boxy.
I'll open up Boxy's lid and be like, do you have oxygen in there? And then close it.
Yeah, Boxy doesn't get heavier as we put more stuff.
Boxy frowns when you ask if Boxy has oxygen inside.
Have you ever gotten inside Boxy before?
No, I never tried. I'm afraid of getting lost, falling into the vast nothingness.
Boxy's empty inside.
Yeah, what if
He's
we
got
never
no
come out?
soul.
That makes sense why he's smiling all the time.
Could be.
You guys, Swell, you're the one I think who has the highest passive perception. Notice a few of the guards enter the tavern
Okay.
and look at you.
Yeah.
And so then like a group of like 6 of them have walked in and they walk over to your table. You say, hello, young travelers. You have been invited to speak with the mayor and come have dinner with her and various other people from the town. We're here to escort you. Please come with us.
Oh, indeed. Such a sudden invitation. And who is this mayor of yours?
Oh, she'll introduce herself when you get there. Her name is Strixa Beachbridge.
We
Did she
already
give
ate.
a reason for the invitation?
She wishes to speak with you.
Oh.
And if you've already eaten, perhaps you will enjoy a dessert or a beverage.
Does this guy look on the level? Like, are we getting lured into some kind of trap?
Give me an insight
Sight check.
automatically swells like I've been hanging around Imperial too long.
I got a 15.
Oh,
A
nat
natural
20, a 25. Did you get nat 20 as well?
I did, yeah.
Oh my
Although only
God.
22.
You can both read this guy like a book.
Yeah, we're just like, wait a second.
So Zip is like, I think these people are on the level. And then Eastboreal and Swell are like, these people are on the level, but also they're kind of not happy to be going to collect a bunch of teens. They seem nervous about doing this and awkward about it. Eastboreal thinks it's probably because it's below their station to be dealing with teens, but Swell is like, I think they're intimidated by us being gifted. They've heard about us being gifted, and that's maybe why we're being invited. A bunch of teens who are going on an adventure. She must want to talk to us about something, you know. You know
want us to do a job, don't you?
We would like you to come to dinner or for a dessert. We have lovely chocolate cake. A flourless chocolate cake is fantastic.
It's understandable that my arrival to a town would, the news of that would spread, so I accept your invitation with grace. And my companions, well, I cannot speak for them necessarily, but...
Yeah. Such a gracious invitation. I don't... Yeah, that's... Come on. We haven't got a room here yet, have we?
No, we actually didn't.
Now, this is a
We
tavern.
were going
It's
to
not
talk to
the
the
inn.
captains.
Okay.
Maybe the mayor has an even faster boat.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Or might know of any wizards guilds in the town, so...
I'll collect my backpack up and pick
Yeah.
up my warhammer.
Let's go at least to eat the cake. Anything else?
Okay. Then they wait for you to get yourselves ready, and then they start walking you out of town, or not out of town, but out of the tavern. And if you flip over to the map page, you can see that there's like a path that leads up to a bunch of fancy buildings beside the eastern warehouse. And they lead you up to that first building that has like a crystalline looking polyhedral dome on the top. And it is a smoky gray with pink and blue streaks through it. Some of them are lighter and some of them are darker. The rest of the building is a white stucco sort of building, which is decorated with gold paint, but also some things that look like they've been perhaps made out of gold, or at least painted with, or like a gold filigree over it.
Well, the mayor certainly is taking advantage of her position of power.
There's a lovely fountain out front, and there are people who are tending the gardens. And as you, from there, you can eye some of the other mansions that are, off in the distance between some of the trees, and you can see that they're even more elaborate and unusual in their architectural styles. And you're brought into this, large entry doorway, and you can hear the sounds of music and chatter, and it sounds like there's, like a maybe not like a roaring party, but some sort of, gathering already underway. You are led into a large dining hall where there are candelabras with, a rainbow arrangement of colors. There are birds flying around the room and on perches that are, again, a rainbow of colors. And there are a variety of different people with different fashions, all very expensive looking. And you all realize that you're among the moneyed people of this town. And one woman in particular, I'm going to drop a picture in here of what she looks like, addresses you. talk amongst yourselves about your impressions or questions of what it looks like.
I bet they're going to ask us to do something.
Burial suddenly very conscious of the fact that they have been walking through the jungle and have not yet had a chance to have a bath.
So,
Go look at
Muscly.
yes,
She's ripped.
she's pretty ripped.
probably rich.
Does she skip leg day? Or nah?
Doesn't
No.
look like it. It looks like she's got thighs of steel. I say that out loud. That's it. Just sizing this woman up.
Well, she welcomes you, says, "Oh, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. It's not very often we get gifted people here to RumRumble. We like to celebrate those who either do or are about to do great deeds. So have some food, have some drink. Have a wonderful time while you're here. Well, may I ask your names?"
Oh, Mistress Mayor, it is such a pleasure to finally be welcomed into the arms of a truly gracious and civilized place after so many weeks stumbling through the jungle. Thank you for your welcome to your fine home. I am Isabel Alderwin of the House of Alderwin. These are my companions, Swell, Zip, and Bug.
She takes your hand and does like a sort of flip thing with it that like is sort of like a formal greeting that you would do with hands. It's not like a handshake. It's not a kiss on the cheek or a forehead together. It's like a twist of the hand. That means
A secret handshake of the rich.
well, of this area.
Yeah.
It's a formal handshake from this area. And
Do we know how to do the handshake?
yes, well, no, you don't, but now you've seen how to do it, so you probably could. And she reaches out and shakes Swell next, and then Zip, and then Bug. Unless any of you, are refusing the hand.
No,
No.
not that rude.
Waiters come by, or servers come by, and they've got platters with various appetizers on it. And they're mostly seafood things like mussels and oysters and.
Oh, Swell's gonna eat that right away. Even though he's already eaten, he's gonna. Yep. If it's tasty fresh fish, he's gonna eat.
It's delicious. Very well prepared. Just a little bit of butter and lemon or something like that, and a spice or herb from this area that I cannot describe because it's like trying to describe a new color. It's just I can't describe a new flavor. And she sort of lets you, walk around and mingle a little bit, and has turned to somebody else now, and is talking to somebody about, like somebody has come up and said, something in her ear, and so she's sort of having a conversation aside.
I kind of get a feel for the party and what the purpose of this gathering is. Is it just like a usual sort of afternoon tea, early evening dinner that happens regularly, or do I get the impression it's a special event?
Insight, unless you have another skill you'd like to use.
That makes sense to me. That was a natural one.
Oh,
You're pretty sure this is just for you.
I will swan in and help myself, delicately or politely to the the snacks and food, or snacks and wine, despite having had a glass already at the tavern.
Yes, they have imported elven wine. And you recognize...
Is it like the expensive bottle of wine that Burial tried to order last week?
It is not that expensive, but it is more expensive than the one that you got.
He's so happy, he's practically crying, because he's just like, oh my god, it's normal life.
You can, now that you there's a lot to take in when you walked in this room, and I described a few of the things that maybe stuck out. But as you're looking around the room now, you can see that there's, large paintings on the walls. The music is coming from a caged bird that is just its mouth is making the noise of orchestras and drums and all sorts of different music, but all coming from the mouth of one bird.
Is it a big bird or a regular sized bird?
It is sort of the size of a peacock. It's a fairly large cage, but it's also a fairly large room.
So it doesn't look sentient, not trapped. And I feel like I would know bird peoples that could do that sort of thing.
Yeah, you can give me a history check for having been raised by an Aarakocra.
I definitely want to investigate this bird because the fact that it can make an entire orchestra is interesting to me.
That's a 7 total.
A 7. Yeah, you know that it's not an Aarakocra. That's what you get from a 7.
But it just looks like a normal bird. It's not.
It looks like it might be some sort of magical bird, that somebody's cast a spell on it or something. Okay. But it doesn't look like it's a person, unless it's a person that's been shapeshifted or something, right?
Right. Okay.
I mean, Dungeons and Dragons is such a weird world full of weird things. What's real and what isn't, you can't tell just by looking necessarily. But as far as you know, it just looks like a bird that you haven't seen before.
Okay.
Does anyone here look like a wizard to Zip's not very trained magical eye?
I will answer that question after Eastburial. You said you wanted to investigate the bird, so does that mean you want to talk to the various people? Or are you going to look?
Sure. Well, I'm probably going to look and listen to it for a bit first before I ask. This is a fascinating specimen. I've never seen such a bird before in my life. And basically ask people about it.
What sort of check would you like to do? How are you gathering your information?
He's probably asking people about it, honestly. Okay. He doesn't really have any particular talent for either history or natural history or anything, so.
Okay.
Are you being discreet about it, or are you just No,
I'm just being this is cool, what is it?
So there's a lizard woman who's got all sorts of different jewelry on her. Just amazingly, intricately put together jewelry that looks like, on one finger it looks like there's an elephant, and then her necklace is like a giant dragon that goes all the way around her neck. It's just super fancy jewelry. And this lizard woman says, "Oh, that's a lyrebird. Lyrebird, Lyre, not Liar. And
of course.
They can make any noise that it's heard before. And so this one has been brought all over around the world and has listened to orchestras and musicians and bards from all around the world. It performs a variety of different music, but it's a fun party game later on that can reproduce our own voices or, various sounds, like the sound of a vase breaking or the thunder crashing. It's not quite as loud as real thunder, but it is quite an amazing bird."
Fascinating. Thank you so much for all the information.
No problem. Did I overhear you're one of the gifted people?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Was it East Burial?
Indeed. It's Burial of the House of Azerin, of the Vassal Kingdoms.
I am Bandor Brightstone, of the Brightstone clan. We are jewelers that mine the gems in the Rainbow Archipelago and put them into such works as this. Jewelers and crafters.
And is that some of your family as well that I see adorned upon you? It is of most excellent quality.
Yes.
It's beautiful handicraft.
This was made by my grandmother, the dragon, and this was my husband made the ring.
And he'll make like appropriate noises of that's, admiration, etc.
And she goes on and explains more about what she's wearing, and is very happy to sort of brag about it and show off her wealth and skill. And then Zip, you had asked a question. You had said, "Is there anybody who looks like a wizard?"
Yeah.
So give me an insight check.
7.
7. You're pretty sure nobody here is a wizard, but you think that maybe your host is a Triton, but there's another Triton who's here, and she's got long black hair, like she's dyed it black, and she seems to have the look of somebody who hasn't been invited because she's rich and powerful. Her power probably comes from something else, and so maybe she either has magic or knows somebody who does magic.
Okay, I'm gonna go and talk to her.
So go ahead.
I'm gonna say, "You look pretty magical, ma'am.
Yeah, pretty magical.
Do you know how to do spells?
Yep.
Do you know how to do teleportation spells?
Sorta.
Could you teleport me and my friends to... What's the island we need to go to?
Brightpalm.
Brightpalm?
No.
Could you get us close?
Maybe like halfway.
I suppose we'd have to swim the rest of the way, wouldn't we?
I don't know, but I don't want to do it, so sorry.
Do you know anyone who would do it?
Probably not. I mean, everybody's going to want something from you.
Well, I have things to give.
Well, then maybe you'll find somebody who'll do something for you.
Any suggestions? You seem well connected.
Well, I hear there's a teleportation portal on the island in the monastery on the other side of where the other volcano is.
On the other side of the island?
Like this island?
Like this island?
So, this island is basically 2 islands together with a volcano in the center of each of them. So it's like a figure 8, and the holes in the middle of the 8 are the volcanoes. And you have been up to one on one side, and they're indicating that would be the other volcano.
No.
Could you teleport me to the teleportation circle?
Probably could get you fairly close, but again, I don't see why I would do that.
Because you're a benevolent older woman who wants to bestow a gift on a gifted? That's why they call us gifted. Okay, what if I gave you that box over there? And I'm going to point to Boxy.
Why would I want a box?
It's a cool box. It has a lot of stuff in it.
I feel like I'm a part of some sort of, I don't know, game you're playing. You can have the box and what's inside if you teleport me. No. I'm not getting wrapped up in whatever you're doing. I don't get wrapped up in this stuff anymore.
Anymore? Did you used to?
Oh yeah, but I'm done with this.
Nothing could convince you to return to your old ways?
I can't think of anything.
What about if I could bring back from the dead somebody that you love?
I don't like where this is going.
If you have the ability to bring back the dead, why do you need teleportation? Surely, if
Because
you're
I need
that
to
much,
get to Brightpalm very fast.
you look like somebody who could make someone dead. You don't look like somebody who could bring someone back from the dead.
You don't know me and my abilities.
No clue. You're a complete mystery to me. You're right.
Come on.
You can make a persuasion check with disadvantage at this point.
Come on, please.
I got a 7.
7. Yeah. She is not interested, and at this point she's like, all right, well, have fun at your party. And she walks out of the room onto the balcony.
I'm going to go to Bug, and I'm going to say, Bug, that woman over there is a wizard, and she can teleport us.
Oh my god. That is, we have to, well, did she say she will do it?
She said she just needed a good enough reason to teleport us. I feel like you would be able to convince her.
We have to convince her. This is our ticket. I don't want to walk anymore.
What do you think rich people really want more than anything in the world? They already seem to have everything that they need.
Maybe they just need to have. What if they need to have some fun? Like we could provide them a night of entertainment. And,
okay. I have an idea. I know what it is that rich people want. They just want something to love. Okay, I have a plan. Bug, come with me. I'm gonna take Bug over to the long black-haired woman.
Is she also ripped? Like, is she?
No.
Okay.
What's your plan?
Just play along, all right?
She sees you coming towards her, and she mutters something to one of the guards, and the guards sort of stand between you and her and say, excuse me, the lady would like some air. Maybe you could talk to her later.
Oh, I didn't get your name. I just really wanted to know your name.
Her name is Lemore.
Lenore?
Lemore.
Lemore.
Lemore Blackbark.
Lemore, I think I have something for you that you could really use.
The lady would not like to be disturbed right now. Could you please return to the party?
Lenore, don't ignore me. We're buds.
So she sort of waves her hand around, and there's like plants growing on either side of the balcony, and they just like sort of, there's like vines are crossed off between you and her.
Oh, Lenore.
Classic zip diplomacy.
Well, I mean, looks like your plan didn't work.
No kidding.
What if we kidnap her and
No, that is not a good idea. If you try to kidnap anybody at this party, we will arrest you.
I say it very quietly. So
I'm gonna say we are having a private conversation.
Okay, you pull Bug aside.
I would just assume that they wouldn't say something like that in front of the guard.
I know, I'm not really going to do that, but like, nobody mentioned that, so.
Do you mind?
Conversation. We step aside a little bit. I mean, the party's loud. No one can hear super well.
Okay, to be real, my plan was that I thought that she just wanted to, like, love somebody, so maybe she could like adopt you and you could become like her son, and then it would be like a long con, but I think it could work.
I would have to stay with her, and you guys go and save our masters and come back for me in a year.
Yeah.
That's a horrible idea. Wait, but I think we can. We know what she looks like. Can follow her and follow her to her home. And
suddenly the music stops, and then there's a da, 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 and everybody starts walking over to the table and finding a chair and sitting down.
oh, I guess we have to sit down.
We'll revisit this.
All right. Do you guys want to sit near each other, or like, are you trying to get seats like so you don't have to sit with each other and you can meet more people, or you're like, I just want to be with my friends and my clan?
I'm gonna see if I can get a seat near Lenore.
Okay.
I'm definitely, predictably trying to meet more people.
Okay.
Basically, I want to sit near the people who seem like the most powerful
Sure.
right now.
Swell's going to try and get a seat next to one of his friends, but probably can't because they're sitting next to other people, and then just kind of go sit on a chair by the wall and just watch everything.
If you try doing that, one of the guards leads you over to one of the empty chairs. Says, "There's a chair for you right here, sir." And he says, "On this side, you have Dargle Venom Spitter. He is one of our fine sugar merchants and alcohol merchants. And on this side, this is Wide Awake Dreams. He's our in charge of our coffee, and it's a tabaxi."
Okay, Wide Awake Dreams.
Yeah.
He's a very good person to know.
Yeah, coffee guy. Okay, Darkle, Mr. Dreams, pleasure.
Yeah, they tell you, what it's like. Like they're like the people that own the refineries and the businesses around here that deal with those things. They're sort of the heads of those organizations.
Okay. I'll tell them about this brewery just down the road. They make a bunch of beers, and it's like a drow brewery, and I'm pretty sure it's the only place you can get these beers on the island, and they're pretty good. You should check them out.
Yes.
Yes, I'm quite aware of this. We have tried the beverages they have, and I don't care for them as much as I enjoy our rum. Our rum is quite fantastic. We have many different ways to make it.
I didn't mean to suggest that your rum was at all bad. Just that they make good stuff there also. Hey, maybe you could do some kind of rum beer with them, or some sort of beer flavored rum. I don't know.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
I'm just nodding without even really understanding any of it.
So I want an initiative between Zip and Bug and East Boreal to see who can get the seat beside Lemore, because there's a seat between Lemore and the mayor, who are the most powerful people in the place, and so that's probably where East Boreal wants to go.
Damn.
I got a 9.
8.
Maybe Barilla elbowing each other out of the way.
Yeah. I start sitting there and I just get an elbow in the head. I'm like, oh.
When you sit down, Lemore gets up though. Caitlin, is it? She gets up and says, I'll catch up with you later. She says, and walks away from where you're sitting.
You can't avoid me forever.
I don't watch all this with a. How on earth did you manage to piss off someone already? That is a talent.
All I wanted was something for free from a person that I've never met before. I don't understand what the problem is.
So that leaves that seat open. Does Bug want to grab that, or is East going to grab it?
Is it next to the mayor, or is it next to Zip?
It's next to Zip, which is one away from the mayor, and then beside a tabaxi.
Yeah, I guess I'll take it.
You should take it. Yeah.
Right. So you're introduced to Twice Painted Skull, who is the tabaxi chocolate merchant. And Bug, you're beside Dargle Venom Spitter, who is the alcohol sugar merchant. And Lemore Blackbark, who's gone around to the other side to get away from Zip. And then there's a couple of other people who are relatives of the other people, but I haven't written up their names and stuff, so you're not going to talk to them right away. And then the mayor's at the head of the table, next to Zip. Next to Zip. And
are we sitting down for dinner?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought this was a speech, but that makes sense. Okay.
Is this one? Is this one big table or?
Yeah, it's one big table.
Okay.
So you can just, if you want to give me okay, this is what I'm trying to suss out over the evening, or I want to accomplish this, we can do that as sort of like roles, and we don't have to role play it. Or if you want to actually have the conversations with people, we can do that too. So feel free to go whichever way you're inclined.
I think this is something that this is something that he would start laying the groundwork for, actually. So, Isburiel would basically start talking about how my companions and I, we are the Titan Slayer mentees. I forgot what name I gave us, but
Teen Titan Slayers.
Isburiel and the Teen Titan Slayers.
Titan Slayers, yes. And we are in pursuit of a grand quest which has the fate of several lives in its grasp. And unfortunately, we have been flung far abroad from our intended destination due to a magical mishap. And so, due to the urgency of our quest, we need to aim to get to Brightpalm as swiftly as possible. Or if you have any information about a certain individual who has orange hair, goes by a variety of names, but very definitely has orange hair and orange eyes. Who has passed through here perhaps a year ago or so, or if more recently, I would love to hear. So basically, you can ask for like help, and also information about orange dude.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything else at the table while this sort of, East Boreal is talking to the people next to him, and then sort of maybe circulating and talking to other people during courses? Anybody else have?
I'm going to keep a close eye on Lamore, and when the person who's sitting next to her gets up, that's going to change seats.
Right? You say I was sitting next to her, or I'm not sitting next to her?
Yeah, you're next to her.
Oh, I'm the one that's.
Oh, you're next to her?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna maybe like try and pass little notes to Bug on like what I think he should say to her.
Okay. Do I get your note?
Sure. Yeah.
What does it say?
It says, "Tell her you will be her son if she can teleport us."
I quickly scrunch up the note and throw it on the floor. I ignore it. I'm not doing that. But I basically try to ask her. I try to make conversation with her. I'm like, hello. Basically, I'm like, are you? Do you? Excuse me. Do you? What's your name? I guess I don't know.
More Black Bark.
Do you live in this town?
Yes.
How are you liking the party, the dinner?
It's quite boring.
Why did you decide to come then?
Because I have to be here.
Oh, you have to. Why is that?
It's expected of me.
Is it your job?
I guess it's part of it.
What kind of service do you provide?
Oh, this and that. And she just basically does her best to give you as little information as possible about anything she does.
Okay. What kind of food do you like to eat here?
If you start making like small talk like that, then eventually she starts, talking to you about food and things.
Does she? Is there anything that she likes, or personality-wise? Do I?
Give me an insight check.
Insight. Is that 18? 19.
19. All right. You get the impression that what she likes is to be left alone, obviously, but also she likes things from the sea, and she likes the fish, and has some sort of strong connection to the sea. You think that she might be like either a cleric of the sea god or a water wizard or something along those lines. And that she is not at all interested in money and wealth and parties and that sort of stuff. She's more, salt of the ocean type person. But also, you start to think that she's probably gifted as well. That with all the magic that she's been doing, she does little things to, make, the flower push the salt closer to her or something.
Yeah, I see. So if I was like, that's pretty cool. Do you know, are you gifted? Does she tell me that directly?
If you ask her outright, she avoids the question.
Okay.
She'll give you something non-committal. She's like, she does magic or whatever. I know a little magic.
Okay. I'm going to write in a note to Zip.
I should point out that Sutran is passing these notes for you guys.
Okay.
Running up and down the table.
No, underneath the table.
I'm going to basically write, yeah, she seems like she might be gifted, but she's not really giving me anything. So I think we have to just kidnap her and force her out of here. And
It's a logical next step.
As secretly as possible and pass it on.
Sutran has added to that message. She has said, I strongly recommend not trying to kidnap.
Swell's going to just kind of talk boisterously about how much he loves the ocean and the sea. Not with any intention other than just how much he's missed it being trapped in the jungle interior so long.
You'll hear. They'll both join in with their love of the sea and tell you about, the various things they've seen while, being swimming out in the ocean, sort of the fish that they've swam with. They've seen the size of the giant sea turtle that they swam next to, and share stories of the swimming in the sea.
Amazed and it was like this big. I don't think I've ever seen a turtle that big. It's oh wow, impressive.
At some point during the dinner, Isabella is probably going to be to the mayor, say something to the mayor I very much appreciate you gathering this gathering for us at such short notice. We are rarely in town for more than a few hours, so I'm impressed that you're able to wield such event gathering hosting abilities. And basically we'll just very prettily try to thank her for something that she totally did for them.
She will not dissuade you of that idea and will not embarrass you in front of the other people. And was like, yes, it was very quickly indeed, but we throw a lot of parties here, so.
I'm gonna also.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I said I'm gonna also in the middle of eating, put Boxy on the table and start putting food inside of Boxy, all the good stuff. Just kind of also trying to show that I don't know, Boxy is kind of magical.
Lamore becomes very interested in this. Where did you find this thing?
Oh, this? You're interested in my friend Boxy?
It's pretty weird. I have to say I haven't seen anything like Boxy before. Not quite like Boxy anyways. I've seen portable holes and bags of holding, but
Yeah.
a sentient box with no bottom.
Yeah. Do you want to know more about him?
Are you going to say, do you want to pet him?
Yeah, well, I asked, where did you find him?
Check him out. Do you want to look inside?
She sort of takes like one of the serving spoons or whatever and starts pushing things around inside, having a look. Huh.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Weird. So where did you find this?
I found him back in my hometown.
Well, where do you come from?
What? Where did you come from?
I'm from here.
You were born here?
I was born in RumRumble.
How did you learn all the magic that you know how to do?
I had a mentor who taught me. How about you?
I also had a mentor. What's your mentor's name?
Her mentor's name is... Thrice broken stump. She's a tabaxi.
A tabaxi?
Tabaxi.
Okay.
Toward the end of the evening, actually, just real quick, Isburiel's probably gonna try and go up and do a performance, sort of as a thank you gesture for this gathering for them, and also to play the Titan Slayer song.
Okay.
With the new verses he added. That's all.
As the evening goes on, you've been asking people for help, and you start to get that some of them say, let slip that they want something from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Expected.
the mayor is happy to pay for your boat to get you there, but she wants you to go and explore the pyramid in New Firestone and make it safe. Dargle Venom Spitter wants you to sabotage the town of Red Eye so they can take over their coffee business. And Wide Awake Dream wants you to sabotage and Sweet Cane so they can take over the sugar business. So they're both asking you to sabotage each other.
Mm-hmm.
Twice Painted Skull. Well, I'll get to Twice Painted Skull last. Bandor Brightstone wants you to steal a spider from New Firestone. She's the gem merchant, and she wants to understand how they can make such wonderful gems. The other two people at the table are Herandria Wave Splitter and Delagrandia Wavebender, who are mermaid boat merchants. And they want you to go to close to where the monastery with the teleport is and put a pearl there so they can spy on this place called Skydrop, which is where apparently a lot of gifted people are. It's sort of like a retirement home for gifted people. And then Twice Painted Skull has
Is this all going to Ispuriel?
This is all going to Ispuriel. They'll sort of pull Ispuriel aside, while Ispuriel's walking over to something at the side, going to check a mirror to check their hair or something. Somebody walks over and sort of whispers to you, and you have a
he does at some point pull aside to check himself in the hand mirror, in Mivo's hand mirror, actually.
So you make yourself available, and people notice that you make yourself available and make themselves known to you. Mm-hmm. And Twice Painted Skull has the simplest request, could have been very difficult depending on how things went. But Twice Painted Skull wants recipes from Sister Sweet Tooth.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've heard of the sweet. They don't mention her by name. They say like the sugar witch from the forest apparently has some very tasty treats, and I want to know the secrets of them.
Mm-hmm.
So those are all the various things, the machinations that are going on at this table that you are aware of, and the rest of the party is currently not, because they have sussed out that you are the one to speak to. Because,
possibly from me calling everyone Isburiel and the rest of them.
well, I also get the idea that Swell's a bit of a an awkward, happy, eager guy, just like, yeah, I like boats and the sea. And Zip is
I
like,
never said boats.
No, you didn't say boats. Sorry,
I just like the water.
He does not like boats.
I like sea and beer.
Yeah.
And Zip was maybe too aggressive for some people.
Weirdly aggressive.
And Bug seemed too young, I guess, for them to think that they would be the mastermind of your group. Maybe too.
I just want to say that while the dinner is going on, Zip is taking a very long time to respond to Bug's letter by drawing out a very detailed plan on how to kidnap this woman. And it's taking a really long time. She's like furiously scribbling on like napkins.
Mm-hmm.
The plan is bad.
I mean, I think we all know that. Anyway, I think that's. I don't know what else to do.
So then, East Boreal, you still want to do your performance?
Yeah. Huh.
So roll a performance check.
Roger. That is a dirty 20.
Nice.
So everybody seems to accept the fact that you want to get up and perform music. Everybody's very politely listening, and they are not a good audience in that they aren't the type of people that start clapping and singing and cheering. Most of them are very quiet in their response. But you notice the mayor is like nodding her head and tapping her feet and her fingers and sort of getting into it. They seem to be enjoying it. They just aren't cutting loose while they're enjoying it. And once you're finished, they're all applauding. Like they're all very happy to hear it and applaud you and bravo and encore and things like that.
When East finishes the song, Swell will kind of like stand up and like, yeah, woo, and then realize no one else is doing that, and he'll like sit down and clap quietly.
Since in the additional verses of the song, I think Isburiel tried to draw the connection between the Titan Slayers and the Teen Titan Slayers a little more strongly. Is there any change in the party's reception of them?
Well, that's just like an immediate. I guess the immediate response would be nothing right away. Nobody says, "What? You guys are Titan Slayers," or whatever.
But it didn't seem like any of them were familiar with our mentors or anything of that sort.
Seems like some of them might have known the story. Yeah. Lamore seemed to be more interested in that story than any of the other things he was singing.
Sorry, one more question. For the various people who approached, besides the mayor, did any of them say what sort of help they were interested in? Or they were offering a return for the stuff they wanted?
They would offer to pay for you to take the fastest boat or whatever you want to get there.
They're all offering the same thing then?
Yeah, and they can also some of them say, I can sweeten the pot with a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I will collect names and, be like, oh, this is very interesting. I see your deed, and I agree that it is indeed very pressing. I will, of course, have to consult with my colleagues, and it's sort of like, it's very interesting. We'll think about it. Sort of.
They all
Like
tell you
Thank you.
which of the mansions they live at and where you can track them down.
Nothing about the orange-haired man?
Nobody knows anything about the orange-haired man. He has not come to any of their official parties or spoken to them about stuff.
Okay.
I wanna, after the song, I want to ask a little more if she's heard of the Titans or the Titan Slayers. Or she,
Yeah.
and or if she knows them.
Yeah. Met one of them before, yeah.
Oh, which one?
The blind one. The Furbolg. Georgian.
What?
So
Which one?
Georgian is one of the two that never took an apprentice. One is Britta Brightpalm because she took anybody who wanted to learn, and Georgian is the one who took nobody and has just picked a life of solitude.
Oh. Wait, but she's not, she's a Titan Slayer?
Georgian, yeah, he's a Titan Slayer.
Oh, is he, he wasn't he wasn't trapped by the Titan, right? In
No,
the chest,
just our masters were.
Okay. Oh, do you still, do you still talk to him?
Nah. He's kind of a loner.
Oh. I see. Okay. Was your master any friends with, or not master? What did she say? Master or teacher?
Yeah, thrice sundered stump or something like that. Thrice something stump. Yeah,
Rice broken stump.
broken.
Is he? Does he know any of the Titan Slayers?
She might. She's a lot older than most of them, I think.
Does she? Does she live in this town as well?
No, she's no longer with us.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It was a while ago.
Okay. Well, would you like to meet my friends after this party? We are gifted, and we have a bunch of magical things like this box that we can show you.
At some point, I think Spoiler is going to have to actually go over and talk to them more, since she appears apparently powerful, and also Bug has been bugging her all night. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Or what the fudge is going on? With all
I'm
this.
gonna have to find that and bleep it out now. God damn it. Thank you.
And that too?
No, we get one. We get one.
Yeah, this is my friend. My friend is Wario. He's also magical. I mean, not magical. Gifted friend.
A pleasure to meet you. And I leave a pause for the more to fill in her name. She's so wishes.
Hey. Nice song.
Oh, thank you. It is, I mean, the subjects were certainly inspiring. I cannot claim any. Actually, do I know who composed that song?
No.
Okay, it's like a folk song. Okay. They were certainly the tales of, subjects of quite a few tales in their time. I can only hope to live up to that.
She's just silent.
You appear to have some, if I may judge by the way that some of the plants appear to respond to you, you appear to have some abilities of your own. Do you practice the old soul?
No.
And so you're gifted like us then?
Yeah.
And he continues to try and wring blood from a stone.
Right.
Basically, he wants to butter her up and like try and I guess figure out what she's doing here.
You can make an insight check or a persuasion check. I don't know what you want to do to try and figure it out.
I will definitely make a persuasion check.
Okay. Disadvantage then.
Okay.
If she is hard to persuade, so that's at a disadvantage.
That will be a 16.
16.
Because I have that feature now from College of Eloquence. So, FYI.
You are able to make her relax enough that you figure out that she is a druid, and that she provides druidic services to the city when needed, like sort of like a protector, watcher over of the city, and doesn't care for any of this party stuff, doesn't care for being gifted and having this responsibility, but grew up here, so is doing it because they feel like they have to. And the joy of all life has seemed to be sucked out of her. You can't find anything about her that, any part of her life that she's interested in, except for like she seemed quite curious about Boxy because she had never seen anything like Boxy before.
He's the local emo kid that grew up.
No wonder Zip is so fascinated by her.
I want to show her a new trick I learned, and I'm basically like, oh, I want to show you something, and I summon my weapon, my potato.
Morningstar?
Morningstar, right? It's like my magical weapon. I'm like, I don't know. I concentrate. I'm like, ugh, and then it comes, and it's like Morningstar, the potato, but it looks kind of fancy, I guess. Has
she shakes her head. It's like, children.
Okay.
I can see that you're not much of a one for these gatherings. What would you be doing right now if you had no responsibilities?
Probably be out swimming.
Well, what's stopping you? It doesn't seem that the party is heating your presence currently.
I think at that point, with like the night winding down, I'm going to head back and find these guys. And just say, hey, I'm getting pretty tired. I might just go down to the ocean and go for a swim or something. I don't know if you guys want to come.
If you want to leave, I can certainly cover for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not big on these
sorry,
parties.
I was saying that to Lamore, but I guess Swell can also take it to cover him too.
But I'm completely oblivious to everything you guys are talking about. I'm just like, I don't really like this party. It's too many people, and I get the impression they want something from us, but they don't want to say it, and it's really weird. So I might just leave quietly and go for a late night swim.
Lamore stands up and says, very well, you may escort me out.
Oh,
We'll leave together.
okay.
And she holds out her arm.
Yeah, I loop my arm through hers.
And
I make
looks up from her plans, sees Lenore and Swell together, and then just like crunches up all of the papers.
Israel kind of does a double thumbs up behind Lamore's back.
As we walk out, I'll say, hi, I'm Swell. What's your name?
Lamore.
No, Lamore. Where's a good spot to go swimming then? I don't really know this town.
let's walk down to the ocean.
Okay.
Zipper's gonna storm over to Bug and East Burial and be like, "Where are they going? Is he kidnapping her? Did you put the plan into motion? I didn't get to give you the notes."
There's a hand that suddenly goes across your face, Zip. So she's like, "Did you Sutran is like,
I had the plan.
has like covered your face.
Yes, the plan is going fine. Don't worry, things are going well.
We should probably follow them. I don't think that.
No, I don't. I think Swell will probably have it well in hand at the moment. No.
That's even more of a reason to follow them.
Did I notice that Lemore? Is it hard to not notice that Lemore was trying to get away from Zip the entire night?
It is not hard to notice.
Okay. I get the feeling your presence would only make things worse.
What's for who?
Lemore. Oh, I don't...
She's the only one here who didn't want something from us, and the only one here who was useful.
I wouldn't say that. We certainly have many offers of aid, although certainly it's a bit of a scratch your back, scratch mine thing, but that's how the world goes. So, it's been a wonderful evening, I'm told. And I guess I'll just wind the evening down.
Zip's gonna give it about 5 minutes and then follow Swell.
Swell's gonna try and head her off, like just appear in front of her in her path anytime he sees her heading toward an exit.
There was another piece of information you guys were trying to gather, and I'm going to let you know over the course of the evening, one of you mentioned it, and somebody told somebody in your party about the rates it costs to do various things for the Messenger Guild.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 10 gold pieces to send a telegram anywhere on the island. If you want to go beyond on the island.
Okay.
If you want to go beyond the island, it's 30 gold pieces plus danger pay. So like if you're sending them to like a very dangerous place to deliver the message, you know, it could be like an extra 1,000 gold. Like if you're like, I want you to send it to Dragonside, where, you know, all the dragons live. That's far away and dangerous. But if you're like, yeah, I just want you to go over to that place, like, you know, Brightpalm would probably not be a lot of danger pay, like maybe, you know, an extra 10 gold or something.
So the other thing is, it's like, could they carry us that far? And it's 30 gold per person, per like messenger at that point too. So it's cheaper to take a...
If you shrunk yourselves down, if you were able to make yourselves miniature and have them carry you,
I don't know if
maybe
any of us have that ability.
But yeah, I don't think you guys have that ability, so they can't carry you, no.
We don't have any genie warlocks here.
You guys also know it's 100 gold pieces for a message spell, 500 for a sending spell, 5,000 for scrying, or 5,000 for commune.
Okay. If you can put them in the Discord for us, I'll just so we have them. I got the first two, but...
Just to give you a general idea of how expensive it's going to be to use some of these things, and they say that there is no teleportation. There is an old teleportation portal in the monastery on the other side of the island. Oh. And it's they don't let just anybody in and out of it. It's well guarded, but you might be able to earn their respect or something. But it would probably take you, you know, half the month to walk across there. It might be faster if you had like a way to fly across or...
Isn't it, I mean, we're on a port. How fast would it be to take a boat to a town that's closer to that side of it and then walk in?
Yeah, you might be able to do it in like 5-6 days.
Mm-hmm.
But
potentially
again,
quicker.
But the monastery, they say, is not super, you know, welcoming of everyone. They might be to gifted people. They might say, "Oh, you're on a mission of great importance. We can let you in," but they might also be like, "Sorry, we don't really help you," because they don't have a reputation for being particularly helpful or involved in affairs of anyone.
What do we get a sense of what the monastery or who the monastery is for? Is it a specific god or?
It is not so much a god. It's more of like a monk monastery. And I think I have a little more information for you if I scroll down here.
Well, we can kind of roleplay that out, because I feel like, not like during the thing, but like later you can be like, there's a monastery that we could go to that's closer, all that sort of stuff. And it's only like 6 days away potentially by boat. And Swell might be able to offer some services there as a way of payment, but do we know how teleportation circles work? Would we have used them before?
Yeah, you probably have had teleportation circles. Some of you would know about Flarg 5 once had one in his castle.
Because like
tower.
Matt knows how they work, but I don't know if Swell does.
And this is not necessarily a teleportation circle so much as a magic portal that allows you to teleport to other magic portals that exist in this world.
Okay, something else entirely. Never mind.
Yeah. So.
And we have no idea what that portal connects to.
Right. So the monastery is they are followers of a god, Lundariel, the ghost tree.
Okay.
But they are mostly monks who do natural styles of kung fu, like they do, the way of the tree and the, oak form and things like that are more, plant and animal-based styles of kung fu or other martial arts. They're called the Ghost Tree Monastery because they follow Lundariel.
Okay. Way of the Ghost Palm.
So, Zip, you are interested in leaving, and the mayor is really interested in keeping you there. The mayor keeps talking to you and asking you questions and buttering you up and saying, asking you about how good you are at fighting and,
Well, it's probably a good thing then that Zip is extremely rude and just ignores most of our questions and just walks past her.
Okay. At which point, I believe Eastboreal wanted to stand up and get in Zip's way.
Yeah, he's basically just like kind of appears in the way when she starts getting near the exit with glass in hand. Leaving so soon?
Yep.
We hadn't decided to leave yet.
I'm done. I'm gonna go to bed.
It's barely been 5 minutes, so I have not had any time to get to know Lamar.
I'm really tired, Eastboreal, and I want to go home.
Well, we are trying to figure out how to go home.
Well, I'll leave you to figure out the
Gryffindor,
details.
I think
You
you also don't know we don't have anywhere to stay for the night.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in going home.
I know.
Eastboreal also says, we also don't have a place to stay tonight. You realize.
Okay.
So I'm not sure exactly where you're planning on going.
I don't know. I'll go back to the inn. I'll figure it out. Why are you so worried, Eastboreal?
Because you can't travel anytime you go off alone, and also most of the time when you're around other people too, so...
Well, whatever. Why don't you send a security guard to take care of me then? I'm leaving.
I kind of look at one of the guards around. And be like, well,
You let Swell go with a stranger. You didn't even, try to stop him.
It's because Swell knows how to talk to people.
Why do I need to know how to talk to people? I know how to take care of myself.
Because it makes people want to do things when you know how to talk to them.
Well, I don't need anyone to do anything.
Except clearly you do, because you wanted to get on the more good side, but you have no idea how to.
It doesn't matter anyway.
I should also add, like, when Lamar was like, yeah, I'll come with you, Swell was like, oh, okay, I don't know who you are. Okay, let's just go. Like, that look on his face was very shocked.
Yeah.
He was just like, I'm going to go for a swim. And this lady was like, very well. And I was like, oh, okay.
To be fair, you might be right that it's not important anyway.
Okay, bye.
But
And I'm gonna brush past.
yeah. You're kind of thinking about this, and it's like, yeah, might not be important regardless. Oh.
Zip is definitely less concerned with the teleportation circle. She didn't. It was mostly a point of pride at the end. She didn't really care. She just wanted this woman to give her the thing that she wanted. But now she's less concerned about that. Or maybe more concerned, but in a different way.
I would like you to make a survival check, Zip.
Okay. I can do that. 8.
8. Okay. You do not see any hide nor hair of Swell and Lamore.
Even when I go down to the beach?
So you're just going to start walking down the way you came. Zip, or Swell, Lamore takes you, instead of down the road, down the hill, through the trees. It's like, this way's faster, it's nicer too.
Sure, yeah.
And she,
So what, you live here? You're from this place? I'll like kind of get to know her a little bit on the walk.
How old was Lamore?
Lamore is probably in her 40s.
Okay.
She's, polite, more polite to you than she was to anybody else, but doesn't really become talkative or chatty.
I'll let you in on a little bit of the secret about Swell, is that that thing that you're alluding to, that's like the last thing on his mind ever. He doesn't even know what it is really.
And it appears it's not on her mind either. She's just using you as a way to get out of the party.
Okay.
And takes you down to the beach and is like, shows you where the waves are crashing up, and she says, it's beautiful, but you don't want to swim over there. You want to swim down on that side.
Oh, okay.
And then she just dives into the water.
How high up are we?
20 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll kind of like shrug off all my stuff, take off my chainmail, basically strip down to my pants, and then dive in after her.
It looks quite dangerous here, like the swimming here, like it's a very strong current, and it's like smashing. Like,
oh, is it?
It hits the wave. This is the noise that you heard from when you walked into town.
Right.
The waves are smashing into the rocks and just spraying 30, 40 feet in the air above this 20-foot cliff. And, just another wave comes up and there are, some people around just, sitting there with like a bottle or, little picnic, midnight picnic type thing. It's quite late. But
good thing I can cast Shape Water as a cantrip. So okay. I'll use that to stop myself getting dashed on the rock.
Okay. Yeah. You dive in and you can swim around and you make a perception check.
Perception? Okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Okay. That was nearly not the natural 20. That's a 5 total though. So.
Yeah. You cannot spot Lamore anywhere. He's just gone.
Okay. Just gonna look around every which way and then just like call out with that muffled voice underwater. Lamore? Hello?
There's no answer.
I'll get a little bit worried and start swimming around trying to find her.
Make an insight check.
Insight. Okay. 17.
17. You got, when she said you should go swim down there, she was saying yeah, okay, goodbye.
Oh.
She's like, I'm going to swim here. You want to swim down there. Goodbye. And just dove in the water. She didn't say the word goodbye because she's a woman of few words, but you're getting the feeling she's giving you the cold shoulder.
So like on the walk down when we were like chatting, I wasn't able to like endear myself to her at all.
You can make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh, dirty 20.
Yeah, she smiled at you before she left.
Okay.
She's treated you better than she's treated anybody else.
Okay.
But she wasn't interested in talking to anyone.
I was gonna give her the sob story without making it like sounding pleading, kind of airheaded swell, just being like, yeah, I guess we got to go to Brightpalm so we can see Auntie Britta so she can help us get like our mentors back or whatever. But yeah, I think we're gonna hire a boat in the morning and like go. So
good luck with that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's really really nice of you to say. Yeah. The fastest one we could find was called money, because apparently money goes fast. I don't even know what that means. Because like whenever I get money, I like hold on to it forever because I don't really get much money because, well, I travel a lot. So.
All right. Zip, you arrive where Swell was swimming last time, and there's no sign of him.
You can see my stuff there.
No, it's a completely different area, right?
I'm gonna start walking up and down the beach and like calling out to him.
Yeah, after about 20 minutes, you find his stuff.
Do I see him in the water?
I don't know. It depends on whether Swell is swimming a lot below the surface, or you're coming up, or like what sort of swimming the Swell's doing.
I would swim around and then like pop up and kind of just look around a bit, and then on my back and just do the backstroke while I'm floating on the surface, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Let the waves take me up and down.
He's the only one here. It looks super dangerous to be swimming in this water, and if he didn't have some sort of magic to keep him safe, this would not be a good place to be swimming.
I'm gonna start yelling out to him like, "Swell!
Oh, hey. What's up?
Where's your girlfriend?
What?
You know, that lady."
Oh, she's not my girlfriend. Why? Do you think she like me?
You guys are yelling super loud because there's that crashing wave that is like, and you guys can't really hear each other very well.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, did you like her?
It's a bit rude. Anyway, I'll come up to you, and I'll look. The best way to get out of this water is it like.
You got to swim for a ways to get to the beach area. Like this is more of like a cliff area. So it takes you like 15 minutes to get up to where Zip is. Maybe a little less because you swim fast. So like 10 minutes.
Get up there and still soaking wet. I'll be like, sorry, what'd you say? I could barely hear you. It's so loud down there. All the waves crashing and stuff.
Did you know that she could teleport?
She could teleport?
Yeah. I thought that's why, I don't know.
Oh, I just
You're
want to
trying
go
to
for
seduce her or something.
No, what? Do you think that's something I could do? And he'll turn purple.
Well, obviously not.
No, I just wanted to get out of there. Everyone was real stuffy and I don't know. Like the waves were calling to me,
Right, yeah. They're always calling to you. Anyway, Spuriel was all like, "Don't leave. Oh, we have so much information." Everybody just wanted something from us.
Yeah, I didn't like that party. That wasn't a good party.
Yeah, it pretty much sucked.
I'm starting to put my clothes back on now, realizing that I'm...
Zip's gonna quickly look away. Like she also just noticed.
Anyway, we should probably...
At that point, a couple of people who are up here go, "Hey, quiet down, lovebirds."
No, you quiet down. Stupid jerk. What do you want to fight? I'll fight you.
She will, sir. Please. Let's just go. Let's go back. Let's find an inn or something.
Fine. Can't wait
Get
to
away
leave
from
this
here.
place.
Well, tomorrow morning.
Did the party end before they have this conversation?
No. The party's
Okay.
like there are still people hanging around, talking, and like the desserts have been served, but there's still drinks that people want. Some people are sort of. You get the feeling that people are going to be leaving soon, unless something interesting happens. There is the offer of like if you're going to help us out, you can stay with us. You can stay in our lovely mansion, but you're going to have to. I mean, we consider that an agreement that you're going to do the thing we asked for.
He will make polite noises at that of gratitude and not actually take anyone up on the offer with it.
Okay. I'm currently drawing Sutran throwing the plans into the fire that Zip left behind about kidnapping.
Zip's plan involved somehow procuring poison from somewhere. And elaborate disguises.
Where's the fire?
There's probably for one of the desserts. There's probably like a fire where you can light your drink or your like you soak your drink or your dessert in the drink and then you put it over the fire and then it flames into a thing and then you blow it out and then you eat it.
A baked archipelago.
Is there something else that Bug or Ace Boreal wanted to accomplish at the mansion before you guys split?
Boreal might sort of as a offhand effort try to see if anyone will be willing, like try to charm someone enough to get it help without having to do anything for them. Or possibly play on his family's status as a pretty well-to-do merchant family and drop hints of like, we're planning on expanding. We might be planning on expanding your wares, and we see that you have some very, some really lovely offerings.
So
that sort of thing.
There's the alcohol and sugar merchant, the coffee merchant, the chocolate merchant, the gem merchant, and the boat merchant sisters, and the mayor herself. Who are you trying to, like, what is your family connection that you think is going to help one of those?
The boat merchant, are they build boats or they are shipping people?
They're involved in building and maintaining boats, and are also they're involved in the keeping of they run some cargo businesses as well.
Do we have shipping fleets in the family?
You tell
I know
me.
we live in a port town.
If you want to, then you can. Whatever fits.
I hadn't
your
really
background.
thought too much about it, but it makes sense since his hometown is a port city, and
Sure.
they are a merchant family. So I don't necessarily know that like they made their fortune on a craft, but having some ships that ship some of that to export that to other countries makes sense. So also they need a boat right now, so it's going to focus on the boat merchants and make intimations about maybe expanding their fleet.
All right. Make a persuasion with disadvantage because they know what they want from you.
Right. Which ones were these? They were the ones who wanted the sorry, go on.
The pearl placed near the Glundario monastery because they wanted to spy on the retired gifted people up there.
Oh. Skydraw is the name of the monastery?
Skydrop is the name of the waterfall that's there, that's near where they've settled.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Persuasion with disadvantage. That is a 16.
Yeah. They are willing to pay for you to go take care of this, as long as you also are sending a message back home.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to see the message. They say, deliver it to the messenger guild and we'll have it paid to be sent.
Okay, yeah. In which case, so he definitely promised that he actually will write out, will verbally compose a quick message to see if it meets their approval, and then will ask to stay at their place, and we'll write it out in a nice script if so.
Sure. Yeah, and you and Bug are welcome to stay in their crazy mansion.
Okay. Okay.
Their mansion is the one that's just north of the mayor's house on the map. That looks like a bunch of upended boats, like the hulls of a bunch of boats, sort of all mingled in around together.
It looks like a Sydney Opera House.
Yeah. But like at odd angles, like they're not all one behind the other, like they're behind but also on an angle.
Oh, yeah, the Sydney Opera House, I see.
What did we agree ourselves into?
It's real. Just feel like, shh, don't worry about this. It's a family matter. But yeah, he'll basically tell Bug, "Oh, I found us a place to stay for the night. I need only send a message to my family, and there's some trade agreements being made."
What about Zip and Swell? Do they get to stay there too?
Maybe. It felt nice to me. But I assume that I bargained for their stay as well. Okay, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
So
if
he
that's
bargained for the same, but that's
probably not going to go back to the mayor's place. She's probably just going to go to the inn and see if she can get a room.
Yeah, that was, I think, where we were heading.
So we can bump into each other on the way.
No, you guys wouldn't be bumped. You could send like a messenger or something if you wanted to say, go collect them. They're probably by the beach or at the inn or something.
Yeah. I would, yeah. If you want to go find them, they're probably at the beach. I know Swin went off to go swimming, and I suspect Zip went to go find him.
So they call over somebody and have a messenger sent down.
Oh, okay.
But meanwhile, Zip and Swell, you're headed to the inn, and you see a drow woman, teenager, and she looks up at you and says, "Can I read your fortune? Another drow."
Oh, okay. I didn't know that drows were fortune tellers.
Oh, anybody can be a fortune teller if they got the gift. It's one silver piece though.
Where's she? Where is this person sitting?
She is sitting just out on the, I guess, in the snowy area.
Okay, so
the
near
snowy
the
area.
main.
Yeah, that snowy area is right near, like it's across from the inn. So you can see the inn from where she's sitting.
Okay.
I'll give her a silver piece. I'm pretty sure I have a silver piece. Do I have a silver? Yes, I have 5 silver pieces. I'll give her a silver piece, and I'll ask her, where did you come from?
I came from the Tririme, you know.
Yeah, me too.
What's your name? My name's Zip. Zipanthi.
What? No way, my name's Zip too.
Oh, cool.
Wait, is that really your name, or are you just messing with me?
Oh, shit, you doing the trick already?
Yeah, is this the trick? Can you read my mind?
No, I only read fortunes. Yeah, no, I need to know a little bit about you before I can read your fortune, though.
What's
Well,
my
you know
name,
my
man?
name now.
I hope it's not Zapanthe. That would be weird if there were three of us.
Nah, you got it wrong. Let's see.
It is Zapanthe?
No. Hers is, though.
But I said it wasn't Zapanthe, and you told me I got it wrong.
Wait. I'm confused.
Oh god.
His name is Swell.
I'll hold my hand out to shake her hand.
He's about as smart as the ocean.
He does the hand twisting.
Is that like a local greeting?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So she sits you down and she asks you a few questions about your past and things like that. Are you open and honest with her?
Yep.
Okay. And then she has you draw from a deck of cards and, pulls out everything and starts to read your fortune. And she says, okay, I'm seeing that in the past, there's unresolved family issues, and but you also have strong ties. And I look at the present, and I see that you're in flux. There's a great deal of stress in your life, and I see. And then she flips like a card around. And she says, "Okay, I see. Oh, this is weird. It's like an upside down love card. So it's like love is close to you, but it can't quite. It's not quite there yet. Like there's something going on, but there's like a barrier you've put up between yourself and this ability. And this is not necessarily romantic love. Could be familial love, or not the love of a chocolate cake or something like that.
It's probably the fact that my father is trapped in a crystal on the back of a chimera.
Yeah, that's probably
Titan.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not.
That's a pretty big barrier, actually.
Could be. It looks like something you've put up, though. It looks like a barrier. The card says it's something you've erected.
Yeah, no, she didn't put him in the gem, though.
I didn't put him in the crystal.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it was something you didn't know about.
Zip is the one behind it all along. She is the orange-haired man.
Yeah, Zip's gonna be like, could I possibly? Do I have some kind of power?
And she flips up another card and she sees. I also see it's like a symbol for a strong union. It's a knot, and it shows that it is that you have a strength and a bond that is unbroken. And so that's good. So now I'm going to get to the future and see what it has to say. And she flips up the card and she says, "Oh, okay. I see this one. It's called the Great Dragon, and it means great turmoil and disaster, and things are going to drastically change. This could be a shakeup in your life, maybe a career path change, or
like murdering a Titan?
Could be, or a Titan murdering somebody close to you, or it could be the loss of something important. Although sometimes something nice grows out of it. Like a loss of identity or a loss of, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell right now. Let me get the next card." And she flips up the next card and it's like, it's saying that you're going to be getting help from beyond the stars.
But like aliens?
There's no such thing as aliens, well.
There's totally, seriously, there has to be.
It could be aliens, but usually the way we interpret it is some sort of divine help.
Oh, maybe it's your sea god.
Yeah. That must be it.
Could be. It's, there's usually a specific card for Sunder. I can see that the symbol you're wearing. It doesn't look like Sunder. It looks like something else.
Can I see it?
Oh, you want to see the Sunder card?
No. The card that you pulled, the help card.
Sure. It looks like an array of stars, and like one is shooting, and the trail behind it has like a grasping hand.
And do I recognize like the symbol for a god or anything?
It is nothing related to a god that you know of now.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the card and be like, oh, I bet it's Sutran. Maybe Sutran gets her like magic powers back. Maybe Sutran's actually a god.
We'll have to ask her.
We'll have to ask her.
We have a severed hand. It's a whole thing.
It's a long story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
You're
even
interesting
worry about
folk. And then she pulls up the next one, and it's just blank. She's like, what? And she
Well,
looks
what does
at
it mean? Something good, I hope.
He's like flapping the card. He's like, what are you guys trying to pull here?
What do you
Oh,
mean?
no, man, they're your cards.
Yeah, they're your cards.
No, this isn't one of my cards. There are no blank cards in my deck.
Well, we walked up to you, and then you
Yeah.
offered to do this, and we paid you for it.
Who put you up to this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I insight check her?
Sure.
Because I'm like, she's something's fishy now, and not the smell of the fish. Okay, 19 for a total of 24.
She seems genuinely spooked.
Okay, is she like sitting down or something? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
kind of
you-
like get down on my haunches and look like in her eyes and be like, I promise you that we didn't do anything, and no one has put us up to anything. That blank card was in your deck the whole time.
You guys look down.
Hand asunder.
You guys look down at the card, and there's an image on it now.
Oh,
Oh, look, your card's not blank. What are you talking about?
And she's sort of, what?
Is this some kind of trick? Do you want us to give you more money or something?
She gathers up the cards, and she gives you the silver back, and she says, okay, I'm sorry to have wasted your time. I hope you have a lovely time here.
no. What's freaking you out, man? That's like, you got me freaking out now. Like, if we don't understand why you're freaking out, then like, I'm just going to be up all night freaking out.
Whatever. It's just some kind of scams. Well,
No.
don't even think about it.
No, she's genuinely freaked out at something. What is it? Please tell us.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
Yeah. She's shook.
Okay.
Okay, the first one's 14. Disadvantage, 13.
She holds up the card to you and says, look it up yourself. And then she just runs off.
Did she give us the card?
No, but you got to look at it.
Oh,
Okay.
what did it look like?
So the image was a broken mirror.
Oh. Yeah, that.
Oh, like that mirror that we got
Yeah, the
ages
one
ago.
No, the one we
I forgot
smashed.
about.
No, the one we smashed. Remember?
Oh, that's right. We did smash it.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that mirror? Is it in Boxy?
No, we fought a giant mirror monster.
Right.
I
But we
think-
also had a mirror.
I think Esperial's got that mirror that makes everyone who looks at it look pretty to themselves.
At this point, you guys are a couple of, or a runner comes down and is like, oh, swell, Zip. Your friends Espurial and Bug would like you to come with them up the mountain. They have arranged sleeping space for you and request your presence.
Okay, stranger, let's go.
You recognize,
It's been a night for that.
Far too trusting.
they lead you up the wide, well lit streets up the hill, past the mansion to the other mansion.
Okay.
Everything in here is wooden, and nautical themed. There's like, a giant anchor as the centerpiece in the foyer. There's like, ship's wheels and all sorts of that sort of paraphernalia around. We're getting close to the end of the night, so you guys will be able to discuss with each other what you want to do, but have you guys made a decision about what boat you're going to be taking next week?
Well, if the option to go with the fast boat is still there, I think it's probably the fast boat.
Yeah, it seems like the fast boat's the option. Everyone.
All right. I will prepare for that for next week. Thanks, everyone, for playing. Before we go, did anybody have a favorite moment in tonight's game?
I really was waiting for Bug to push the woman into Boxy.
I super wanted Bug to just push that woman into Boxy.
I was like, do it. I was like, please do it. That would be amazing.
I wanted to find out that Boxy can actually eat people.
Oh my goodness.
I have a feeling Boxy would have just snapped shut his lid and be like...
When you were like, would you like to look inside? I was like, oh my god, this is brilliant. This is so good. Oh dear.
We'll save that mystery for next time.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we're going to have to go on a mystical quest inside Boxy at some point.
Oh. That'd be so much fun.
Unless ends up getting trapped in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be good. Sorry, I had to interject real quick because it was such a good point in my mind. Sorry. If anyone else had any other moments?
I was mostly amused by Lemore just constantly trying to get away from her stalker.
And then Swell showing up.
Actually, anything we could have done to convince her.
And then Swell showing up and being the one person in the group that she could relate to, doesn't want to. Yep. It's I don't want to be here. I don't like these people. I like swimming now. And she's like, what? Oh, okay, let's go. That's right. I also don't like here or swimming, and I do like swimming.
I know it was a little bit of cheating, but I did mention how much I loved the ocean last time and how much I wanted to go for a swim, so I felt like maybe I could get away with it.
Oh no, it was perfect.
Okay.
I appreciated that. It was the type of moment you would want in a story.
Yeah. Because, story-wise, I was like, this makes sense, but I might get in trouble for it, but I'm going to try it.
Maybe you can try and talk to her tomorrow.
Yeah, and she's not at a party surrounded by people she hates. Okay. And I did enjoy Zip just pissing everyone off. That in general. It's
Zip being Zip in general.
I like that the relationship between you and Bug, the passing messages under the table and just being up for each other's nonsense.
That's true. The plan that we never got to see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just know that the plan was terrible and it had too many steps and it was completely unrealistic in every single way. It involved a bank heist and somebody seducing her and
But not Swell.
Not Swell.
Yeah.
No. Bug probably. Maybe Boxy.
What about Esporeal? Esporeal's the handsomest in the group, right?
Yeah, Esporeal had enough
too easy.
to do. That's what I mean. The plan was bad.
The plan was bad, yeah.
It was Boxy. It was Boxy bad.
It was Boxy. Boxy wearing lipstick had to seduce the woman.
We were like, she's most interested in Boxy. This has story.
That is true.
Yeah, that's very true.
We have to do a bank heist someday. It would go terribly.
Yeah, that would be more of a. It'd be less of a bank heist story and more of a escape from the police story.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for playing tonight. Thanks for everyone who tuned in, and we hope all of the marks you make are magical. And we'll see you next week, hopefully. Take care, everyone.
Good night.
Thanks.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.